Well, it looks like we have confirmation that Marvel Studios is going to be releasing a ton of teasers for Avengers Doomsday leading up to the big, full, official Avengers Doomsday trailer, as yet another trailer has been rated by the Korean Media Board. And we have a description and some leaks for the next trailer, the fourth one, that Marvel Studios is going to be releasing, and also some fake leaks that we have to debunk because they have reportedly been debunked online. So a lot to get into today. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope this year, 2026, is a great year for all of you. For our fandom, it's going to be an incredible year. Leading up to Avengers Doomsday, it's just going to be, as you can see already, pretty crazy. Marvel Studios, it looks like they're going to release a teaser every single week until we get the official trailer. And then from the teaser trailer to the full official trailer, not just a teaser, but the full one, I'm sure there's going to be a lot happening then. And then from that full trailer to the actual movie release, I'm sure it's going to be marketing like we've never even seen before. Marvel's actually done a really great job so far, as when it comes to getting that hype up. They've done an incredible job. So a lot to dive into today, but most importantly, have a great year this year. Now, real quick, wanted to point this out because I know some people will be really excited about this. Cassie Lang is reportedly set to return in Avengers Doomsday. We've heard some rumors about her and the Young Avengers returning, but she posted a picture, as you can see here, with her wearing an Avengers Doomsday crew hat. So, obviously they only give those out to the cast and the crew. She's wearing one. Seems like she's in the movie. This could be some type of a misdirect, but I would be shocked if she wasn't in the movie. After all, she is Ant-Man's daughter, and the Young Avengers were basically being set up at the end of the Marvels. So for those who were looking forward to the Young Avengers and Cassie Lang returning, looks like it's all but confirmed by the studio with this photo. She is wearing an official crew member's hat. Now, moving on. The sixth trailer for Avengers Doomsday has been submitted to the Korea Media Rating Board for classification and could be the main official trailer, is what some people are speculating. However, we've heard from some accounts that all they do is really track trailers, like Trailer Track, and their reputation and their credibility for tracking these trailers is really good. They have stated that they don't have any doubt that we're getting the full official trailer at the Super Bowl, so early February. That makes the most sense as well when you think about it as far as a company is concerned, as far as Marvel Studios and Disney is concerned. Millions of people watch the Super Bowl, and people specifically really like to watch the commercials. And Marvel Studios always has a big presence. So I would assume that this sixth trailer, or the fifth, because some people were speculating that the fifth one could be the official full trailer as well, I don't think they're going to be those. I think what Marvel is doing is honestly just releasing a teaser every single week until we get to that trailer. And if you think about that, that's really from now, probably about 5, maybe 6 more teasers to go. So we only have 3 in theaters right now. By the way, I saw the X-Men one in theaters. I went to check it out because I just had to see that Cyclops scene and Professor X and Magneto on screen. It's fantastic. It's the same thing we've seen online, obviously, but it's just to see the X-Men back and to see Cyclops' scene on the big screen is quite incredible. It really is. So if you want to go see Avatar, or if you want to go see another movie, maybe pop into Avatar to watch the previews before it comes on and before you go see your movie. But this next trailer is supposed to be about Shuri and the Wakandans and Talokan and some members of the Fantastic Four. That's what we've been hearing. That's going to be the 4th trailer. The 5th trailer we haven't actually heard anything about, but it has been submitted for a rating, and now a 6th one has as well. So I'm assuming there's going to be a 7th, an 8th, a 9th, a 10th, basically a teaser until we get the full official teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday, which will give us our first look at Doctor Doom. I don't think Doom gets his own little tease before Avatar Fire and Ash, or however they continue to decide to do things. I don't know if they're going to keep it in the theaters or start releasing them just online, who knows. But I don't think we get our first full look at Doom until we get that first teaser trailer, which I think makes the most sense because it's a big reveal and it needs to happen simultaneously. It needs to happen wherever they show it and online at the same time. So if they release it during the Super Bowl, they release it online at the exact same time. It can't be like, hey, we're going to put this in the theaters and then 5 days later it's going to come out on the internet. They can't do that with the first full official look at Doom. So I do think this makes the most sense. So a 6th trailer has been submitted, And I don't think this is the last one. I think we get one every week. But moving on to what that fourth trailer is supposed to be, the next one after the X-Men one. According to the Insider My Time to Shine Hello, the fourth Avengers Doomsday teaser has Shuri, M'Baku, Namor, and Ben Grimm. Quite an interesting group here. Shuri and M'Baku obviously make sense, and we've heard that Wakanda and Talokan have partnered up. They're allies, so that kind of makes sense as well. And then Ben Grimm is there. So kind of random, but I'll explain what I believe is going on here. We do have a description for what is supposedly going to go down in this trailer. The trailer is set in a desert location where Shuri is seen walking toward a meeting point connected to the Fantastic Four. This matches previously posted images shared by the Doomsday team from the desert. Yes, we have seen those, and yes, it does match. Sam Wilson's Captain America, I believe, was also there as well. Ben Grimm reportedly interacts with M'Baku, showing early coordination between Wakanda and the Fantastic Four. Namor then appears briefly, reinforcing the Wakanda-Talokan alliance angle. So this is apparently what we're going to be expecting for this trailer. Now let's break down what is going to happen. Actually, sorry, let me debunk some things first. So there are some supposed leaks of stills from the trailer. These are apparently fake. As you can see here on screen, we have one of M'Baku, we have another of The Thing, and we have another of Shuri. But side by side with Peaky Blinders, I believe this is, you can see that the images are fake. They took them from scenes from Peaky Blinders. And that's just the time that we live in right now. AI can do that. And, you know, what's interesting is these images do look real. They do look like leaked photos. But as we can see here, the scenes in the background are exactly the same. And they were clearly taken from these images right here. So although I do believe the description that we're hearing for the fourth teaser trailer is real, these photos clearly seem to be not real. But also the photos don't really tell us anything we don't know. We've seen all these characters before. We've seen M'Baku, we've seen Shuri, we've seen Ben Grimm's The Thing. And it's funny how they don't actually have one for Namor. But I do think this teaser makes sense because we have heard a lot about the Fantastic Four working with Shuri. In fact, one of the biggest things that we have heard, to me, is the fact that Reed Richards, Shuri, and Beast are going to create devices that are basically the countdown clocks, the timers, till our Earth has its incursion, basically. And we've heard that multiple different universes are heading on a collision course with our Earth. So it's an incursion clock countdown. Shuri, Reed Richards, and Beast make those together. That makes sense because they are the geniuses. They are some of the smartest people ever. So it makes a ton of sense. And Wakanda has all of the technology. It has the best technology for our Earth, at least. So it makes sense that the Fantastic Four would go to Wakanda. It makes sense that kind of everybody would go to Wakanda to kind of gather together as an Avengers team and figure out what's going on. And we've actually heard that Shuri is the one who detects that an incursion is happening with our planet. There's a lot that we don't know as far as, like, you know, does Doom, we've heard this report yesterday, does Doom really come on that ship with the Fantastic Four together to Earth 616? And then what happens from there? Does he take Franklin Richards from there? We don't know a lot up to this point, but we do know that those watches are going to be made that counts down till the incursion, because that's what Marvel is teasing in these teasers as well. They put the countdown clock to the movie in every single trailer, every single teaser that we've got so far, but we've also heard that's going to be kind of a prominent theme throughout the events of Avengers Doomsday, which I love because I think it adds a lot of suspense to it. It adds just another layer, countdown to the incursions happen. So the countdown till Doomsday, if you will, is what everybody's saying. So this makes sense. We also saw another leaked photo that I believe had John Walker in it and a couple of other people. They were inside what looked to be a ship. It looked like it was some type of Wakandan ship from the beginning because it wasn't the Fantastic Four ship, and it was very, very advanced. Now, the Fantastic Four could have made a different ship. That is totally possible, but it also makes sense that a lot of the Avengers would go to Wakanda. Like I mentioned, they have the most advanced tech. Therefore, if you're going to go up against somebody like Doom, who is a sorcerer who combines sorcery with tech, it makes sense to have some really good tech on your side as well. So I think a lot of these heroes really do go to Wakanda, including the Fantastic Four, because the Fantastic Four come to Earth, and I think they're picked up by the Thunderbolts / the New Avengers. I think both of them. Sorry, that's a little bit confusing because the Thunderbolts are technically now called the New Avengers. The Thunderbolts and the new Avengers team that is Sam Wilson's Avengers team. I think both teams go, they talk to them, everyone explains what is happening, and then they go to Wakanda because Shuri realizes that the incursions are happening. They detect them. And I think basically what this next teaser is showing us is kind of a glimpse of that. All of these different teams working together. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Sam Wilson's Captain America in this. That was another rumor from another insider who said he possibly could be in it because he was in that desert scene. And apparently this teaser is going to show some of that desert scene. But regardless, it's going to be really cool to see these characters on screen. And then the other leaked image we saw was like M'Baku, Shuri, Namor and the Thing are going to return in Avengers Doomsday. It would be really interesting if it said that because it is such a random group of characters. It would be, I think, more likely if we heard like the Fantastic Four, the Wakandans, and Talokan will return in Avengers Doomsday. Ultimately, doesn't really matter. We know all of these characters are returning. They have chairs, so it doesn't really matter. But again, it's just showing us everyone who's going to be in this. It's a big tease up to Avengers Doomsday. The official teaser trailer releases, which is probably during the Super Bowl. So I'm all here for it because it's just hype, 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 hype. And we're starting 2026 right. So I'm super pumped. Go ahead and let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. What do you think the 5th and the 6th trailer are going to be? Which specific character or characters or teams do you think it's going to focus on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything happening with Marvel in 2026. And you can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.